Yeah, look, it's hard to fault too much there, and the way we came out, and I guess took it to him with the batting as well was nice to finish on. It was only one down. It would have been nice if it was 0 down, but yeah, it's hard to fault there. I think the bowlers did a great job to. I guess we spoke about getting enough balls in the right area on that wicket. It's going to be enough assistance, so it's obviously a nice place to bat if the bowlers aren't getting it right. But I think we did that very well with the ball today, and then followed up with the bat.
You seem to bowl a significant fuller line than you did, particularly in the Test match here. That was obviously deliberate. What was the thought process that brought you to that?
Well, we knew there's going to be enough in the wicket, so obviously you get that extra bounce and carry here in Perth, so we wanted to be hitting the stumps as much as we could. So it was obviously a need to get that fuller line, and I think our execution was good today. Obviously, you get sometimes the execution isn't quite there, but I think all the bowlers today executed very well in their plans, and we had a talk about their plays and what we wanted to do to them yesterday. So to come out and bowl like that, to bowl them out for 70 is obviously a great result.
What was said before the toss? If you had won the toss, what would you guys have done?
I honestly have no idea. That's something I don't have to decide on, which is great. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's obviously looked a good wicket and there's enough grass coverage. Obviously, we're going to use the same wicket again on Sunday, I believe. So it was going to be a little bit more in it today, obviously, to get through to Sunday. So, but yeah, it's a lovely wicket to bowl in when you get it right.
What was the told ABC that he would bowl for us just to bowl like that?
There you go.
Did you find conditions pretty perfect with that light easterly blowing for you?
Yeah, it's always nice when the ball's swinging. So, yeah, to get that extra bounce and carry, and obviously a little bit of grass coverage, the ball swinging, it's a nice place to bowl when all that comes together, and we get the balls in enough balls in the right areas. So I think all the bowlers have been pretty happy bowling on that deck today.
Looking ahead to the rest of the series, do you personally and as a team feel that you guys have got a bit of a psychological edge over the West Indies now?
Yeah, look, I think after having a draw against Sri Lanka, we knew we'd have to start very well against this team, and West Indies are quite a dangerous team, and as we know, they've got some big names that can really hurt teams. So I guess to win like we did today and to start the series off in such commanding fashion, I think was great for us leading into the rest of the series. Yeah.
They've got a lot of big hitters, obviously Gale and Pollard and the rest of them. Do you have to be a bit careful that, yeah, they might have a day like this today, but they could come out and score 280 or whatever the next day?
Absolutely. I think with the West Indies, they're obviously a team that like to hit a lot of boundaries. So I think you're gonna have to, as a bowling unit, just understand that there's going to be a lot of boundaries scored if they get away a bit. But like we did today, I think we bowled, stuck to our plans very, very well. There's enough in the wicket, and as it showed, we bowled exactly to our plans, and to bowl them out for 70 was a great result.
What was the thinking with opening with Maxwell? That was obviously planned.
Well, yeah, it must have been. I was still taking my shoes off and Maxie was walking out. So, yeah, it's hard to describe Maxie's batting. He's obviously very, very entertaining, and I think the fact he probably doesn't think too much out there does him a lot of good, because some of the shots today were very entertaining but hard to describe. So great to see him do well.
There's a challenge there that is, well, not dismissing necessarily consistently, but to maintain a consistent level of performance, because the first game against Sri Lanka was a pretty dominant display by the team, but then we just fell away in the rest of the series.
Yeah, spot on. I think what we've spoken about definitely through the last series, but before that also was, I guess, shortening that gap between our very good, so like today, and between our not so good, which we saw a bit throughout the Sri Lankan series. So closing that gap and being a lot more consistent. So hopefully something similar to today's result on Sunday would be nice. But if we keep winning and stay as consistent as we can be, and shortening that gap, we're going a long way to achieving our goals, I think.
Justin, have you ever bowled better than you did today?
There's been days where I've bowled a lot worse and taken more wickets. So it all came together quite well. Today I felt very smooth and had enough pace, but there's enough in the wicket. So yeah, to get those, I think we got enough balls in the right areas, and it was pleasing, I think, for all the bowlers to bowl like we did.
Yeah, they were playing and missing a lot really early on. Can you just take us through your mindset once you got the first couple of wickets, and then just your confidence levels and your mindset and just how you're feeling? Can you just give us an insight as to how it all combined and how you were feeling?
Well, it's always nice when the ball's swinging around and there's a little bit of movement off the deck. So it's hard not to be up and about as a bowler when you see that. But I think a lot of the times, if you see that as a bowler, you can probably bowl too short and it'll look really good and with the plays and misses, but you're not really going to take the wickets. So I think it was important that we got the ball up there, hitting the stumps as often as we could. I think that showed today, like I said, to get the 10 wickets for 70 runs, it wasn't a matter of looking really good and getting lots of plays and misses, because that would have been too short. I think we got enough balls up there, in very good areas where you brought in the nicks or the hit on the pad or the bowled. So I think that was probably key today.
Mitchell, a lot of talk about player management, and before the Indian Test series, what do you see as your ideal preparation before that, 3 weeks out from that series? Do you want to stay and play the one-dayers? Do you want to get to India?
Look, you want to play as much cricket for your country as you can. So, all the focus is on this series at the moment, and it's not a decision I have to make. I'm looking forward to playing as much cricket as I can, and if that's to stay and play the whole series, hopefully we can win the series 5-0. If it's to go to India early, so be it, and we'll look for the preparation. So it's not my call. I'm just preparing for the next game, and that's on Sunday.
Mitchell, I get it, you've got some bone splitters in your ankle, and that's probably a 4 or 6 week recovery from surgery. Is there any plans for that to be done before Ashes, or do you try and get through?
No plans for surgery at this stage. Got through them 3 seasons ago. I had 2 spurs in the same ankle and played 2/3 of the season. So it's not an issue that we're all worried about at the moment, and happy to keep going.
So you can play with them, isn't it? Or do you have to have surgery at some point?
Probably will at some point, but at no time in the very near future. If it gets worse, then we might have to relook it. But at the moment, it's not really bothering me at all.
What's it actually, can you feel? Obviously none of us in this room probably have bone spurs in their ankles. What's it actually feel like?
So it's, as far as I'm aware, it's a bit of a sort of a calcification to protect the bone. Obviously it's through the bowling that the ankle gets cops a bit of force, so it's just there protecting the bone, but obviously causes a bit of pain. So you can feel it when you push on it, and it causes a bit of pain. But like I said, it's not affecting my bowling at the moment. So it's not something I want to go under the knife for and miss. Sort of all up, I think it could be up to 3 months if clean it up. You miss your time of bowling, so you have to build yourself back up. So it's not something I'm looking forward to in the short term. It's down the track. If it needs to be done, we'll look into it then.